Bye-bye.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of DSDF. My name is Mercy Black, and
I am Deborah, and you're welcome to Different Strokes for Different Folks podcast.
yeah. I'm so excited to be saying welcome back.
Like, it's giving consistency. It's giving, we said what we said.
It's giving we're serious here.
Yeah.
We're not playing.
And I hope you're back with us too.
Yeah. I hope you followed us, who liked and subscribed as well. On YouTube, on TikTok.
We're not proud. We're actually begging you, like, please.
I think we'll have to give time to beg properly.
Okay, let's beg. Guys, please.
For us to make progress. And for people to like us.
Oh, I thought we were going straight into the begging. So
Okay.
We're being bad bitches about the begging.
Listen, there's no other podcast you want to listen to aside from this.
Yes.
I mean, take a look at me. Bloody messy, literally. Mm-hmm. The red lipstick, red dress.
She didn't come to play.
At all.
So you shouldn't.
At all.
Call your friends. Call your boyfriends. Call your enemies. Call everybody.
Call your family members.
They must subscribe. They must listen.
Subscribe,
and at first I wanted to kneel down. I'm like, no.
We're bigger than that.
With this red lipstick.
We're bigger than that.
We're bad bitches.
Yeah, we're bigger than that.
We're ordering you. This year we need audacity.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're taking audacity.
So thank you guys for subscribing, liking, and like this video so that YouTube can share it to other people.
Yeah.
But let's go into today's business.
Yeah.
Which is harder? Which one of these do you feel like is harder to experience, or the friendship breakup or the relationship breakup?
Okay, we're getting very serious. First of all, both of them are not easy. Do you get what I mean? Like this is not, it's not easy at all to experience any. But I feel like personally for me, I think friendship betrayals they dig deeper. Do you get? Like, I mean, I can have exes that I still talk to, and we can be cool. But like, once a friend betrays me, I don't know that we can do a double take.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I'll tell you why. Tell you why, because so with relationships, for me, I go with the mindset of preparing myself ahead that this is going to end, that this might end, that this might not be.
So you're already ready.
Yes,
for
I already.
Yes,
do you understand? Like when dealing with men, you have to prepare your mind so you don't fall and be vulnerable and not have standing. So, but for friendships, nobody enters a friendship thinking I'm not going to talk to you next 2 weeks. True. Do you understand? You're thinking oh, this is my person. Oh, because you are comfortable, you are vulnerable with them, and it's easy, and there's no tension, there's no talking stage for friendship.
Yeah.
You vibe, it's intentional. You're supporting each other. So there are so many things, and I take it really seriously. So I don't know. I just really keep people on a pedestal. So when I put you on a pedestal, you let me down. It's not really cute.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
For me, both of them, I don't think I've experienced friendship betrayal as much.
You are lucky. I hope you never.
Me in a way. I don't think there's anybody that has hurt me so bad, and the person was my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? So I'm going to speak on the one that I know, which is relationship. Guys will certainly show you shege. But the good thing about it is that for me, I move on quickly. So even though I will be very hurt, I may over-exaggerate the experience at the time.
Yeah.
All that shebang, still, I'll still move on. But to be honest, betrayal, regardless of who you're experiencing it with, or who is making, however you go through
who caused it, who triggered it,
it's hard. It's basically you're saying that I like this person enough to have the person in my corner, but the person now went and did something that hurt me so bad. Do you get?
But what are your deal breakers though?
For relationship or friendship?
For both. That sigh.
I think, if you say something, do it.
Hmm.
You know, don't
Stand by your word.
yeah, don't say that you're going to do something and then you don't do it.
That's a relationship now. Or
In,
for
in
both.
general,
Okay.
like if you say you're going to do something, you do it. Like I've had really awesome friends in growing up. I remember in secondary school, I used to have this friend. She was so nice to me. I didn't know why she was nice to me, but I didn't question her niceness. That's
Yeah.
another thing. I don't usually question because I feel like I'm deserving of such love and such niceness. I don't really question it. So she was so nice to me, and I know when I got to uni, I also had someone that was so nice to me as well. At every stage, everywhere I go to. But now I just remembered something. Let me give you guys this gist.
Firstly.
So I remember in 100 level, I met this girl. She was in the same class with me.
Yeah.
So we were friendly. I thought she was my friend. But now I realized that we're just friendly.
Yeah.
So we were talking. We used to go home together. She didn't stay too far from where I was.
Yeah.
And so she was squatting with like a family, like sisters that were staying together. So she was one of the sisters' friends, so she was staying at their house. So I remember she wanted to rent her own apartment. So she had gotten the place. She just had money to pay for it ASAP and buy some few things, but didn't have money to like get mattress.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you get a place, I mean, mattress is like the most important thing because you want
Where
to
will you sleep?
exactly. So she came to my house. I was also staying with someone. I wasn't squatting. I was staying with someone. Meaning like I was going to stay there throughout the time I was in uni for. And so I, as a friend, thought that, oh, my friend is getting a place.
Yeah.
And she had rented the apartment, but now she needs a place to lay her head.
Yeah.
At least just for a few days, right? There was a spare mattress at the house.
Okay.
And then I gave it to her. I
gave her
told
the
the
mattress?
guys, yes, I told the guys I was staying with her, oh, how far, like, just temporary, you know. It's like, yeah, because they know, they understand the
Yeah, of
struggle.
course.
So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, no problem, let her have it for as long as she can until she gets hers. So she did. So they let me take it. So she came over, we carried it and we went to her place. And you know that when you get a new place, most times you want to like spend the night with your friend. It's the first time in the place. It may be a little lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything. So we got to the house. And when it was night, it was time to lay on the mattress. This girl said she can't lay on the same mattress with me.
Mattress
Like-
you gave her. So okay, wait. Could the mattress contain two people?
Yes. It was a small mattress, quite all right. Small mattresses in the hostel was like, that's
that
the
you and your
size.
friend can still stay. Yeah.
You can squeeze yourself
Yeah.
in. But even if we couldn't, this is where I thought about it. I was like, even if we couldn't, like, was she expecting that I would lay on the ground?
Did she tell you to come and stay with her? Like, oh, Mercy, this is lonely. I know you gave me your mattress, so I can't stay here alone. Come on.
I don't need to be told because I thought that we were friends. That's why I just said that, oh, we
Yeah.
were friendly.
Yeah.
Now, before and now I would describe, oh, we were friends. But now I would now
So where
say,
did she
oh, we were
want you to
friendly.
stay?
I don't know.
I'm leaving that house and I'm going back to where
Guess
I
what?
was.
I actually laid on the ground.
Eh?
Yes. I laid on the ground that day. Until today, I don't think I'll ever forget that experience. Although I don't even know why I didn't remember it now. But because he said we are speaking on friendship and
Yeah.
relationship betrayal. So I wouldn't rate that as we're friends because I thought that we were at first. So that was a very sketchy experience. Because I was like, she said she just couldn't have... Okay, the person that she claimed to be her best friend or buddy, where were they that particular day? Where were they? Where did they bring? Did they... Or even if you didn't think that I was your friend enough,
Yeah.
you know, you're friendly enough with me for me to be in your space. So why did you take from me so much that you can't...
Like, it's the little things, man.
It was very weird. So it's not necessarily a friendship betrayal experience, but like I said, I thought at that point that we were friends, but obviously I would now say, oh, we were friendly at that point, yeah.
But
So
she
that
returned
was-
your bed.
I don't even remember her returning the mattress. I don't remember, but that was a very weird...
Oh, you would return my bed.
But that was a very, very weird experience. I couldn't believe that I would experience that because she didn't have to tell me. You know how when two people go together, it's like you know how they say you complete each other's sentence. You don't have to tell the other person that, oh, you should be doing this because you know that these are things that you should be doing. That's what I thought that we were doing at the time. So I guess at that point I realized, oh, when someone tells you that, oh, when someone tells you who they are to you, you take it.
I know.
Or shows you, or rather, when someone shows you who they are to you, take it. You don't assume. Do you get? We're in same class now. We're going to school together.
I mean, when I was, let me say, when I was in my prime, when I was younger,
Yeah.
I used to have this belief that this calculating, wait 3 days before you text somebody, see if, do you understand? Like, if you have a friend, what are they doing for you? Are you getting it? Is the energy matching back? If not, is the person like? I was a free spirit, and I'll tell you the truth, I wasn't even the kind of person that even liked people in my space.
Okay.
This you're seeing is growth, right? So I wasn't I wasn't the person that liked people in my space. So, but like when I have a friend and I like that person, I create room, right? To an extent.
Yeah, obviously.
I create
You don't
room.
stretch yourself too much.
But like I'm not out here saying, oh, what are you doing for me? Because me, I'm honestly not expecting. Do you understand? In fact, if you're even doing too much, I get scared. I'm like, how will I pay you back? I'm thinking of how to pay you back. Like, do you understand?
Yes.
Like, I'm not. So, I didn't used to measure things. I didn't used to think so much. I was just like a free spirit. And it's always very important that you don't allow experiences to like change your outlook on life.
Yeah.
It just sometimes it's just painful, man. It's just painful. But like, how they say, oh, know where you stand in people's lives.
Yes.
Why do I have to question that? Like, why do I have to? That's the thing I don't like. Why do I have to say, oh, does this person? Why do I have to be like that with people that I'm bringing into my space?
One very interesting thing is we sometimes allow things, because now that I think about it, at that point she needed something, she got it without even asking. It was like from the benevolence of my heart.
Let's just say she didn't know better. Hopefully she's a better person now. Hopefully.
I doubt.
I hope you're a better person.
I actually doubt. Because the way she explained
her thought process.
Yeah. It didn't come from, oh, that's how she is. It came from like, I don't like this person. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, yes, what I'm saying in essence is that
she said this to you.
Yes. No, as in the way she explained her
to who?
Like the way she explained this thing to me, like, oh, she can't, she wouldn't like someone's body touching her body while she's sleeping. It wasn't, I read it, or maybe let's say that, let me say I read it because I can't speak. I read it from the perspective of she actually doesn't like me. You understand? Because she gave, when somebody is, you don't over explain something.
Yeah.
So if you gauge, say, okay, this person don't over explain it.
Yeah.
That's sort
like
of thing.
You've done your bits in my life, go and get out.
Yeah. It was just like, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
You're just doing too much already. It's enough. But I'm like, okay, why did you now follow me to the house to go pick the mattress? Why didn't you just say, oh, no. Do you understand? Like, I don't know, why are you taking so much when you know you can't even give half? I only remembered her coming over to my hostel once. Do you get? It's so obvious that you were not willing to give as much. So why were you taking? Do you get? I mean, we can have things on a high, what's up level.
Yeah.
If you really know that you didn't want. So it's like basically when somebody say, yeah, using you. But in the real sense of things, she wasn't necessarily using me. She was hoping to get something from me, which she has at that point.
Yeah.
And obviously that was the end of the friendship. How am I dealing with you in that way? I'm not.
And the painful part is, when they say, oh, there are sometimes when we subconsciously just create like certain walls or certain things to like gauge our hearts. So especially when you've seen that, oh, this thing has happened before. So you take measures like, oh, this happened before, I'm never going to repeat this again.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if you like, guard all the walls.
It will happen again.
If trauma wants to come, it will come.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to mess you up, they'll still mess you up. Sometimes it's like you don't even mess you up without your consent. It's like
Exactly.
I remember when I was young, I said, nobody will ever break my heart. I will never, I
You
will
did the first
never cry
time,
for anybody.
and the second time, and the third time.
Ah,
With
then I said changing it to I'll never cry in front of anybody.
oh, okay. You be changing the
No, like
goalposts.
no, as life is moving,
Yes, you
I know that
moving it.
this is like I said,
Yeah, you
I've
have
done
done
it.
it.
So like never say never, man.
You will now say,
It's like I'll never cry in front of this. Okay, I've not cried in front of somebody. I will
say, I will
never
never.
cry in front of the person I want to.
Exactly. So that's how you keep switching and changing it until. But the truth is that I feel like these things are meant to happen. They are, how do they call it? They refer to it as
They build character.
character building.
They do.
I really don't like the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many experiences that I know that a lot of people will not go through. So I'm like, I hope I'm one of those people that don't have to see things happen like this. Like, I don't have to experience it. I want to hear that it happened to somebody and learn from their own experience. I don't want to be part of the process. No, I want to hear that, okay, I was like, okay, it happened to you, no problem. I'll try my best to prevent from happening to me instead of, oh, it will happen to you and this is how you. No, I don't want it happening to me at all. But yeah, friendship breakups may be hard. I think also a lot of people usually say that friendship breakups are harder because, like you said,
Yeah.
you are a bit more loose. Do you get with them? You're a bit more open, vulnerable.
Yeah.
You tell them everything. Oh, this person.
And you know, we have friends for different reasons.
Yes.
We have friends for different reasons. And it's also very important to know what to sometimes you may want to go past that boundary and say, okay, this is my work friend.
Let's
I
graduate.
want to see how we can graduate to
House friend.
to taking to like not even maybe I can put her on my bridesmaid.
Oh, okay.
That's a huge step, man.
Mm-hmm. That's a very
That's a huge step.
Mm-hmm.
But like some people can take that risk. But like
Yeah.
for me, like I know that I have friends that if I need to pray, I know who to call. Like
Yeah.
if I get a dream or something, I know who I'm calling. If I
You want to talk
if
about
I need
man?
to laugh, catch cruise.
Yeah.
Do you understand? They're just
Yeah.
people like that. And all of that also depends on how we met. The circumstances
True.
in which we met. So the circumstances in which we met determine the conversations that we are having.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot meet you at a business conference.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Or something like what? Maybe I went to learn something, maybe something new, and then I'm talking to you as per we have something in common, like we're
Yes, which
mutuals
is
with like
how we
growth,
met.
work,
Yes.
and all of that. So it should be like that until you bring in something that breaks that barrier, or maybe you're open enough to talk about something else.
Yes.
Even then, it's best to be cautious. I think the best way to go about life is just being a listener. Just listen, man.
Mm-hmm. So you can
Yeah,
know how
be
you
the
can.
listening ear.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, sometimes don't even say anything, but it's difficult for us yappers because sometimes we just want to be heard, man. We especially if that is your way of like getting through things, like talking things out. Like when you speak, you heal better. Do you get what I mean?
This you just said just reminded me of something. So
Go on,
because
girl.
I've been home alone for a while now.
Yeah.
Every time I step out, I realize I talk too much. Do you
Like,
guys
I
like
should have
the
said that,
people
oh my God.
because I didn't talk to anybody yesterday and the day before
Mhm.
and the other day. So today I'm stepping out and no, I'm about to have a conversation with the cab driver.
Yeah.
There's no way a conversation is going to come out of this
Yeah.
because I've been meaning to speak and I didn't have anybody to talk to on the
And the
phone.
guy is like, oh, can
And
we start the trip?
yes,
Like, you don't
and
know
I'm
what's
like,
coming.
yes.
I'm about to tell
And
you about my
maybe
day.
something will just come up on the radio or something. Do you get? Yeah, that sort of thing. So I think the balance will be having friends for different purposes or different reasons, like you said,
Yeah.
may also help in a way to not have if you don't move them from another place, like the place that they were confined in your head, it probably will not bring so much conflict and friction
So I
between
have
both
a
of
question.
you.
So how do you cope with how do you get over stuff?
I would shout, cry, throw tantrum, yell, insult. But I'll do that for a very short period of time. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine one time, and I asked him casually, I was like, do you think I'm the kind of person that moves on quickly? And he did say yes. So I was like, Then I calculated the time frame, tried to figure out how long does it. I realized, yeah, I actually do move on quickly. But the thing is, I'm very, what's the word? very expressive. So
Yeah.
I will do all that many energy, all that making noise and shouting. I will do that at that short period of time. I will do it maybe 2 days, 3 days, and after
You're
that,
fast.
move on.
I
Yeah,
don't move on quickly. Oh. I
it
don't.
will be paining you. It's
Ah.
so painful that even sometimes I would forget that it didn't. I had forgotten that it usually takes a shorter time because of how painful betrayal used to be. Do you
See,
get?
like it's so deep for me, and I try to avoid being hurt because it's so deep for me because I actually remember the dates. So like it's like I'm doing the anniversary of that thing that you did. It just clocked 2 years since this person did this to me. Even if I've forgotten or I've forgiven, once we're celebrating a new year, it's been 2 years.
Do you
I never forget that year.
do you sit with your feelings when these things happen?
Okay, I think it's because of my coping mechanism. So my coping mechanism
Okay.
is I try to avoid confrontation. I
Okay.
try as much as possible because most of the time it doesn't ever go well.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm scared of the things I might say, and
Okay.
so I just try to like.
That makes sense.
So my own way is just what I do is bury myself in like a long series, and I just like movies help me a lot. So I just like enter their world, and I'm just like, oh, so what's happening today? Oh, so this is happening to
Oh, so you basically
this happens to,
you push the memory away and
yeah.
forge
I
ahead, do
find some I
something
distract
else.
myself, or I just try to get work.
Maybe that's why it take a while. Do you get? As opposed to myself that I will shout, I will call you, I will rant. If we need to
So
insult
what
each
if they
other,
are
we
not
will insult each
available
other.
to have that
I
conversation?
will talk to the rest of my friends about it that period. Because I don't think, how they should say it, my mind will not come down.
What if your friends are not willing to listen to you?
They have not seen friends that are not willing. I've not seen, how you be my friend?
What
and
if
you
they say
not
I
be
don't
willing?
feel like listening to your shit?
Nobody, I've never experienced it before. No matter how many times I want to talk about my issues, I always have friends, basically listening ears, that would listen to me rant. If I cannot talk about it with the person that I have the issue with, like to trash it and everything, yeah, I would obviously talk about it multiple times. I actually need to talk about it multiple times to move on. If I don't, it'll be on my chest. I'll carry it for too long and it'll be so it actually physically hurts me
Yeah.
to fight with someone, quarrel with someone. Do you get? If I don't talk about it, I may not be able to sleep.
And it's good to have friends that understand.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot. My sisters are there. If they don't have a choice, they will listen to me.
Do you journal?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so I have a thing about journaling. I'm not saying it's bad, but like I feel like my brain keeps record a lot.
Okay.
So like I told you, like something happens to me, I'm already counting the anniversary of it. So if I'm experiencing bad things, I don't want to be able to go back to it to say, okay, I'm reading about it, and because it's agonizing, I'm reading about it again, and it's like, nah, I don't want to keep records of such. Even the happy moments, leave it. I'm not interested.
Are you
I don't know,
serious?
man. But like, I tried journaling one time, but I was using I felt like I realized that the best way that I could have been consistent was like through voice notes. Like I'll just speak into it,
Do you play it
attach
back?
Pictures. I try not to.
Because it's too much
It's
information.
too much. It's too much. Because if at that moment I'm journaling and I'm saying everything in, listening to it back would just crush me. It would just crush me.
I
So
feel you.
yeah, I'm very extreme. So I rather not go through all of that. Man.
That's crazy. Because I cannot imagine spending a whole year and still feeling the same level of hurt that I felt at the time when it first
No,
happened.
but like what if it's like I feel it when I'm approaching that same date.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if someone did something to me in February and we're approaching February of the next year, I'm like, the 1 year mark.
Because you're not a confrontational person.
Even if I confront that person, I will still remember. It will still stick.
Because even before that day, you're still going to feel it. Like, wow, did they go? But like, if you remember and all of that, I don't think I would remember as much. Do you get me? Because I have already,
as years go by, it becomes
I have
faint.
made the noise. Like, I've finished. I'm okay.
That's why I actually run away from. I try not to get too deep into like friendships or like relationships.
That's why it's easy for me to go back.
Yeah, friendships and relationships. So it doesn't get too serious. So is it that why I just laughing, or it's serious for me. Do you understand? Like there's no lukewarm. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So like I always just like hi from afar, because if you do something that will offend me,
They pay
it will
you
be
very well.
you won't
Yeah.
know. You won't know.
I know,
But it
right?
doesn't. But if the energy should change, you would tell that this girl's energy has changed, because I let people know. That's the other side. I let people know. Okay, I don't like this. Do you understand? Because there were times when I didn't used to do that. I just was like oh, this person did something I don't like, but I don't want to confront this person because I feel like it will tell on the friendship.
Yeah.
So let me just,
Let it
let
be.
the
Let it
love
just
just
slide.
cover it,
Yeah.
and just forgive, and like I move on from it. But then it happens again.
Yeah. Even with the way I crash out when we break up or whatever, I still try my best possible to not have expectations
Oh, it's
with people.
like this thing I'm explaining. It's not that deep with relationships. So I don't know why I don't take I don't take relationships seriously. I don't take hurts from relationship that seriously. But for friendships, it's deep for me. It's very deep.
Well, I mean, maybe I don't have so many friends enough
Or
to
maybe I've not experienced deep
just this
relationship
one,
like that. Yeah.
and that one was painful. That was like a one day experience. It was so painful. I was like, I mean, how do they say it in Yoruba? Am I smelling? Maybe I'm smelling
No.
that she's giving us. Because the thing is, when you've seen someone do something with another person, and then they give it to you as an excuse why they can't do it
Yeah.
in general, but you
Yeah.
know that.
And see, these things I experienced actually from certain patterns in our life. Because I remember I told you something. Yeah, we were having a very difficult conversation yesterday,
Mhm.
and I was saying that I remember there's this thing I do whenever I call people.
Okay.
I always call and I'm like, "Hello, is this a good time?"
Yeah.
It's a trauma response.
To past
It's trauma response
experience,
from
clearly.
always calling, and they're always telling you, "Oh, it's not a good time. It's not a good time."
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Not
Like,
being available for you.
do you understand? It's
Yeah.
like you feel like a pest. Do you
Mhm.
understand? You feel like maybe. Do you understand? Like you can't even communicate.
Yeah.
So like how you're saying that you need to speak. Sometimes you don't even get the opportunity to speak about these things. Do you get? There are things that have not been spoken. I feel like this conversation is going to be so deep. I didn't expect you to get this deep, Lord Jesus. But yeah, that stuff of this is a good time. This is a good time.
It keeps ringing.
It came from
Past experience.
unavailable, always
Yeah.
trying and trying hard to like push to make certain things work.
These days, I just move on.
Dark times.
Like I would make noise, rant. Oh my god, I can't believe the person did this. I will talk about it 100 times. When I'm done,
Yeah.
that'll be it. One day I'll just stop talking about it and that'll be. And the funny thing, I realized that it usually doesn't take as long as I thought that it's used to. 1 week, done, and making noise, move on. There's even one funny thing that even happened one time. I was supposedly in a relationship with someone, and
Supposedly.
yeah, obviously. Obviously. So one of those type of situation. And when eventually I realized, okay, this is not going past where it is, I ranted. I remember that whole week. I was like, oh my God, this. I cried, all that. One day, I just woke up. There was one guy that was talking to me. Yeah, I called him. What are you doing today? He said, he's going to work. I said, okay. Would you like to go out later in the evening?
It's always the ones you don't want.
It's
always the ones you don't want.
No, he didn't call me. I called him.
Yeah,
because I was ready to.
But like he wasn't like your top. It wasn't like
I had just started talking to him, so I didn't even know him enough to know whether it's not like he was a placeholder, it was somewhere. No, okay. I had just started talking to him.
Okay.
So you know how they say that when relationships are ending, when you're getting close to the end of your relationship, there are plans that are already starting. You start to open up a bit. Mm-hmm. I'm not the kind of person that used to talk to multiple people.
Yeah.
At that point when relationship is starting to end, I'm like, okay, I'm easing out. Somebody says hi to me, I smile back as much as possible. Mm-hmm. You're getting more comfortable again. You're feeling like you want to now be seen.
Yeah.
As opposed to before where you're like, I don't really need to do too much. Do you get me? Yeah. So at that point, I think that I had started talking to other people in general. Like, say, responding to messages more often than I used to before. Yeah. So this person just happened to be one of those people at that time that I had just met. Yeah. So when this whole thing happened, I just said, okay, let me talk to somebody else. You just want to hang out. And he was available and I hung out with him. Do you get? But usually, while I was in the situationship, I wasn't interested in hanging out with anybody. So the space, it was very
There's
short.
something about new beginnings.
It was very, very short. Like the distance was very short. Maybe a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it was building up from behind. Yeah. So guys, tell us which one is more painful to experience.
Yeah, I feel like this...
friendship betrayal or relationship betrayal. Heartbreak or friendship betrayal. Which one? For me, I haven't necessarily
And
experienced
how do you cope?
Yeah, how do you cope
I need
with
to
it?
know. How do you guys cope?
Are you like me that would just
Do you
rant?
You know, there are people that eat a lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They
They
eat away their pain and their emotions.
True.
Yeah, they're emotional eaters. Yeah.
Watch movies,
Yeah.
eat.
Some people just
They want to
dance.
go out.
Yeah,
Yes,
some people
loud
use
music.
some people like use connections like with other people.
Yes.
To like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I do that. Obviously, that's why I want to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the things I do. So yeah, we'd like to know your thoughts. So drop us a comment in the comment section.
I always use work.
Okay,
I
that's
always
true.
use work.
That's true.
Yeah, I always
know,
go hard into my work. Like once something just happens to me, I'm just I'll go to my business. I'll be doing.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of ladies, I've heard it. A lot of ladies will be
Yeah.
like, when the relationship and they're not trying to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, okay.
For me, it's just like work, man. Like if there was like a good news because sometimes I don't usually post things as they call. I usually heard like certain good news. And my beg is just one of those things.
Okay, so
but
at this time,
once hot just happens, like I'm posting it, win after win, win after
win. Serious.
It's crazy, but yeah, I feel like this is a very vulnerable episode.
Some people go back to the gym.
Yeah.
Some people go back to the gym.
Those weights
to get their body back.
Yeah, but that's stressful, man. I don't know. You guys doing the gym, kudos to y'all, but like,
I just can't imagine spending a whole year, even a month, thinking about the same feeling. I don't think I can physically move on. Like it's not even just about my emotions. I won't be able to eat, so I have to actually crash out. I have to shout. I have to rant. I do have to say all those things. If not, I may die. Nobody will kill me in Jesus' name.
Amen, oh, amen. Don't let people control your emotions and your life, guys.
Take charge.
Take charge.
It's your life.
Yeah.
Take charge and enjoy yourself.
And put yourself first, always. Be selfish, please.
I guess that's the end of this episode.
Actually.
That was a very interesting conversation.
Very deep, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Very deep. We actually bed it all. Yeah. Let's not do that again. I'll try to be mysterious. Let's not do that again. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed sharing our deepest parts with you. Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Follow us, subscribe, share. We love you.